we on? We're on.
We are live.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
again. Quite a few people online. Sorry, we're doing some maths. Just
We're
before
doing
starting.
maths. Yeah, we're doing some silly maths.
Some complicated calculations.
Yes.
Establishing how many centimeters
in a
in a
millimeter.
millimeter.
Yep.
And so anyway, so we'll be late.
Yes.
Welcome everyone. Episode 43.
Mm.
And we have Matt back today, so a bit more relaxed today. I don't need to control computers and everything else.
That was pretty fun last week, wasn't it?
That was exciting. We did 2 lives last week, back to back pretty much. So the first one was a standard live, and then we did another one with Nicholas Lee from Yakimo's, which was very nice.
Yeah.
So, really good opportunity.
Really
for
insightful about the new chassis.
Definitely. So, let's see, quite a few people ready. Marty's there, very good. So, as usual, feel free to ask any questions. We're here to, you can jump in the shop and bring a few products.
That's right, it's easy. It's just over there.
Just over there, absolutely. So, we have the usual car here.
Car of the week.
This is very special, brand new, just arrived. Well, the car is not new, but it's a new release.
It's quite a bit different than what we normally show, isn't it?
Yes, very different, but again, quite unique. And we also have another quiz, do we? That little tennis ball.
Yeah, we've got 2 little competitions going at the moment. So the regular car of the week.
Yes.
So what is the make, model, and color?
Yes.
And then we've got one of the new Gatcha Balls. So this Gatchapon is the new series, which is in Japanese, Toilet no Jikan, which is toilet time. So it's got animals and they're going to the toilet. So there's 4 different animals. Now they're all randoms in there.
Yes.
There's 4 to choose from. So let's see if you can pick which one it's going to be. We're going to crack it open and we'll find out who's going to be the winner. Okay, so there's what other 4 animals? There's a chameleon, there's a rabbit, there's a hippo, and there's a lion. A lion looks pretty serious.
Definitely. Yep. Very concentrated.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 things.
Look at here. All right, let's start guessing then.
Yep.
Very good. Very good. Okay, so what else do we have? Lots of things this week. It was a busy week. School holiday, so lots of families and kids back around the city, which is great.
It's good. Feels good.
Quite a few kids
Shops
in the shop.
busy. Yep.
Families and all that, which is great. So, and also we have some new Hearns workshop bits actually. Yes. So, do we start with the train stuff?
Yeah, why not?
I think we presented this a couple of weeks back.
It's a very nice little a mini
on
diorama.
Yeah. So we started working on a number of railway projects. The first one was the tram, which is not quite railway, but train related.
Yep.
And now we're moving to the Victorian buffer stop.
Yep.
Which will come in a set, something like that. So we get 3 or 4 or 5 in a set, and there's a couple of different versions coming. Yeah. And this is how it's ready to go, pretty much.
So it's quite nice, isn't it? It's a very chunky Victorian rail buffer stop. Now this version's got the big plank on the centre, and then these ones don't. So there's going to be a facility to be able to do the plank. And then it's just been glued onto the surface with the section of track.
Yes.
And very nice indeed.
Very, very nice.
So it's very clean. Let's see, how close can we get with this?
That's pretty good, I think.
Pretty good, is it? Okay, it's focusing. So you can see that's how you get them, how they're stacked.
So there's a wooden grain on the slippers. There's the bolts.
Yes.
Bolt details. There's quite a lot of detail in this. And along with this, we've got quite a few other little accessories for the railway that we are working on. It will come out. Here we go. It's perfectly focused.
That gives you a better idea of how it's going to look once it's painted up. I mean, most of these things definitely look much better once they're painted. You get a much better idea of their context. So that's HO, and particularly if you're doing Aussie type Victorian rail layouts, you can use those all over your layout. So yeah, so that's one of the things we're working on.
So we have a few other things that we'll be working on for railway, but we also have quite a few new add-ons for this Mac.
That's right. So yes, so you've probably seen, this is Daisy. So Daisy is Warwick's latest build.
Creation, yes.
Over here is probably a bit easier to see. Okay, so Daisy is based on the Grozerhund series of what do they call it? Artificial Intelligence Interceptor Unit. Okay, so it's from this universe that KAIYODO Gatchapon created, Now, the basic design of the Grozer Hund is the same, so the robotic part, and then there's a few different variations of the model. So I think we've got them up here. So we've got
definitely have them up here. Let's go. Now we received a restock, I think, just recently.
Okay, so this one here, that's the original Grozer Hund. So the main part that's different is the back section.
Yes.
So the backpack, it's got the rocket launchers on the back. And then this one here, which is the basis for this one, well, this is actually the Vega. This is the Altair. So the Altair's got the winglets and the rocket engines, and this particular one doesn't. So what Warwick's done is he's created some new parts to make this arm unit, because usually this arm unit is a laser weapon, and so that's what we've got.
Get from the top.
Yeah. So you probably see it here. Let's just pick her up. Okay. So you'll be able to see here this arm here. So this is usually a very long laser type weapon, and then this arm unit here and the hand has been recreated, and we've got those available
in a small
as
kit.
an accessory here. Okay, so it comes as a set like this, which can be used on a few different models. So you get some spares. You got left, well, you got your inner and your outer for the arm section, and then you've got a selection of hands as well. So you've got an extra right hand to complement the right hand that already comes with it, and then there's two left hands which don't come with the kit at all. And let's just pop this down. We'll get a closer look at some of this stuff. See if we get a better idea of the detail
Here we go.
that's in these hands. So you can see how sharp, particularly the like the rubber pad inside on the palm. And you'll see the individual joints for each of these fingers. And then on this side you can see the sections of the forearms. So there's 3 forearms. So the only thing you will need is some polycaps if you want to adapt it onto an existing kit. The polycaps will be already in it. But if you want to adapt it to a spare kit, then all you need to do is find some extra polycaps, or even just fill it in with some putty. So and then there's some extra armor on here, these little flat parts, and they're the ones which are shown right there. So there's that extra bit there, just to give you Mac a little bit of a extra. Yeah,
that's really nice. This is a pretty good kit. We presented it, I think, a few weeks back.
Yes,
it's really impressive. All the intricate details here on the shoulders.
Yes, that's right.
Special.
All this stuff, and that's all comes original in the kit. There's no added bit.
Okay.
So beautiful kit. So if you're new to the MASCHINEN KRIEGER world, this is one of the bigger sort of humanoid type figures.
Right.
And they're really complicated.
They're very
really
complex
nice
to build. I believe. Yeah.
Really nice. So there you go. So there's a Daisy. Daisy was an original with these arms, and now we've got the arms, and they'll be going onto the website.
I think they're probably live already.
Oh yeah.
If not, they'll be live very, very soon.
Yes.
So I've been created. There's a bit of descriptions with some probably a little bit of instruction on let's pop back here. So
yep.
Instruction on how they work, on
probably see
what to do with it.
Yep. You see the extra little rivet details there on the little armor there, and then even the little boulders here, really nice and smooth. Really good, excellent.
There we go. And so this is for Ernst's workshop. We've got a couple of questions in a second, actually. So let's park those here.
Yep.
While we're talking about this Mac, we can actually show this has arrived back in stock, isn't it?
It has. So the Wing Zero.
Yes.
So these are really, really popular. This particular suit, I guess we always get someone coming in looking for a Wing Gundam.
Yes.
And this particular version has been around for a while. Oh, Daisy's taken a fall. Try to run away.
I think the train vibrations are not helping. Let's put him back. Him, it, she, it. There we go. Back. So so this is the Wing Gundam. Yeah, very popular.
Yes. So there was a newer version that came out, sold out really quickly. But this is the original version with the more organic looking wings.
Right.
So very much feather style.
You can probably see.
Yeah, just here. I've got a bit of reflection, but yeah, maybe the front's a bit easier.
Probably better, isn't it? Yeah, here we go.
So you get a lot better idea of the organic style wings on this one. Okay, you can see the individual feather type designs. The later one is a much more mechanical. It suits the whole design of the suit better, but this is the original style. And it's that blend of organic and mechanic. So so that's back in stock. Nice.
Great.
Actually, this is what we were talking about machining KRIEGER before.
Yes.
There's actually quite a few new machining KRIEGER announcements, and one of them is, well, actually 2 of them are based on the Großer Hund. So the Dachshund is coming out, and we've got that arriving in the next month or so.
Right.
So the difference is it's got the longer snout and different armour on the back. So it's got longer snout, so it looks like a real Dachshund. And then there's an announcement for the Schwarzer Hund.
Right.
So Schwarzer Hund is the same sort of thing, but it's got a different backpack, so it's a bit like this. And then there's a re-release of the camel. The camel's that big chicken-looking thing.
Yes.
Yep. So it's coming out with different markings. It's quite interesting because it's like a ball on the front end.
Yep.
And one of the new markings is an 8 on the top, so it looks like a black 8 ball from Paul. And then the other thing is a re-release of the Lunagans. So Lunagans is another one of those chicken walking looking things, but it's got the top Gans head, and it's got these big rockets at the back.
Wow.
And they're all due for the next half of the year. And they'll be all coming in.
They'll be very excited. So we had quite a few other Hearns Workshop Mac kind of add-ons that were prepared.
Yes.
In the last few months.
Yes.
So there will be quite a few of those becoming listed very, very soon.
Yeah, particularly, there's that engine as well for the Falke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we've got quite a few Falkes that have been re-released. They're coming back in stock. Also the Bomb Falke, so that'll be here again soon as well.
Very good. Perfect. Good. So, just a reminder on the car. I don't think I've seen any guesses yet. I think Tony suggested it could be a lion on the Gotcha Ball here.
A lion? Yeah, a lion would be cool. I like the lion.
I think the lion is good fun.
Oh, let's turn him around so you can see all the animals.
Yeah.
It's rolling away. See you later.
It's going to roll out. That's it. Dennis Ball is not going to stay.
There we go.
Cool.
Just be gentle.
And and the car. Meanwhile, we have a question from Marty.
Yes.
I'm planning on starting the HMS Invincible.
Yep.
And I was hoping you might be able to tell me what's the best colour. I only have Tamiya paints, please.
Oh, that's a bit tricky. I think I'll have to get back to you on that one.
Yes.
Yeah, I have to do a bit of research and find out. So Tamiya in particular. Okay, I'll get you the Tamiya codes.
We can definitely have a look at that.
Yep.
So, good. So moving to the next thing is the KYOSHO Phantom. So was it last week? The week before, I think we did an unboxing.
Yes.
Very basic unboxing.
Very quick unboxing because there was one box and one bag in there.
Yes.
In the meantime, you've been busy, haven't you?
Yes. So get this back here. So let's jump on this view here. It's stuck. Here we go. So
it's a very nice looking box, but I think it's
box.
definitely more impressive when you see
Here we
the
go.
actual thing.
So
Alright, so it's still naked.
Still naked.
Yep.
But we have the finished result. So let's bring this out here. Here it is.
Wow.
This beautiful. Very impressive build. Not very complicated.
Yep.
There's some quite nice details actually.
Yep.
I think the differential is really impressive. We should have a look at that in a moment. But that's what it looks like. So
I really love the old school fiberglass and aluminium.
yes, contrast. Yeah, definitely. So this is a 1/12 scale paint car, but it's forward drive.
Yep, and hence a chain.
Hence a chain driven transmission.
Yep.
So paint car forward drive are very, very rare.
Yes.
I don't think there's probably any other made, or maybe very few.
Well, currently, yeah. So there were a few manufacturers of them in the time.
Yep.
So AYK made one, and some other people made one. But yeah, it's nice to have one that can be driven down from the street.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready anytime.
Very good. Very good to drive my car.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
right.
good,
It's your
good,
car,
good.
so it's all good.
So just quickly going through the front end. The front end has actually got quite a bit of complexity. It's got the aluminium hubs here with the cups, the bearings, and it's a one-way type bearing kind of system at the front here. So you've got the two, I would say, kind of dog bones going into the one-way bearing there.
Yep.
So very interesting design.
Pretty compact, isn't it?
Very compact.
So you've got a massively long drive shaft here.
Yes, and
a
they're very
mini one
tiny.
here.
Yeah. So I haven't seen much of this recently.
No.
Not very common anymore. It's good to see this coming back. Oh, coming back. Being
Yep.
out again.
Yep.
And then you've got the bottom plate and the top plate where you're going to touch your steering servo here. See, this is your servo mount here.
Yep.
Then you're going to put your battery, I believe, goes in here with some servo tape.
Yep. Oh, so I can still see here a bit of chain there.
Yeah, the
because
chain is not finished yet.
So you can adapt that. You can actually tighten it up with different links
So you
once
need
it stretches.
Correct. You need to cut it
Yep.
and join it
Right.
to so there's a bit of overhang in here, as you can see.
Yep.
So you can just pull it off and
Yep.
come apart. And once we're ready to go, we'll tidy up the chain.
Yep.
Make it look good.
Yeah. I mean, one of these details I really like is on the front end here. So you got the thinner fiberglass on the bottom there, and then the thicker one on the top for stability.
So there's no suspensions, obviously. So the suspension is
all
only on the flex, really.
Yeah.
Which is really
So you
interesting.
can see a bit of flex here. It's very tight though, because you don't want the chain to go out of
Yes.
out of alignment.
So the front sprocket is actually aluminium. The rear one is plastic.
Yep.
So
I've got a little question for you.
yes.
With this particular RC, because it's so low profile with its body, do you have a rough estimate of how fast this thing can go?
Can make it go as fast as possible.
500 kilometers an hour.
We can put like probably a 3.5 or 4 turn motor really, but it's going to be a handful.
It will be.
It'll
But
be
I mean,
really fast.
we'll get it drifting around corners. It'll be going
Definitely.
sideways all the time.
Definitely.
So
Definitely.
yeah,
Let me see if I can remove this right wheel.
the diff looks really good.
The diff is really impressive. So I was going to remove this one because you should be able to have a look
Oh, look at
at the differential.
that. Yep.
So let's see if you can see. So it's a combination of, I think, a few gears. No,
So
I
it's an
think pops
open.
up.
It's an open gearbox.
It's an open gearbox,
Hmm.
which is quite
So you've
interesting.
got really huge, chunky bevel gears in here.
Yes.
I guess we'll hold that. You'll see the diff action. There you
There
go.
There we go. So really nice,
Hmm.
really different type design.
Yeah, this is going back to early 80s, I'll be guessing.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't done the wheels yet.
Yep.
So,
It's nice, but I guess they modernised this so it's easy to fit in brushless motors and such.
I would say
That's
so,
probably
yes.
why they've got the cutout here.
that's correct. Yeah. So we're gonna put a brushless motor of some kind in here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Probably nice Orca speed controller,
Really fast one, like a 3.5 turn.
3.5 turn or something, and and that's it really.
Yep.
And then it could go velodrome.
Velodrome.
Is this a velodrome machine?
You could
Probably not.
try- I tried
Probably
I
not.
tried a long wheelbase 12 scale at velodrome once, and I couldn't keep it going straight because it kept on bouncing around.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
maybe
it's
not
too low.
velodrome,
Yeah.
but perhaps.
But anywhere really flat, it'll be good.
We'll have to find somewhere nice, and obviously it's a classic body that
Yeah, it looks
fits
nice.
in really perfectly. So we'll have this paint up properly very soon,
Mm.
and yeah, we'll be ready to race. So, oh, we're black here.
Oh, there, that's
Everyone?
better.
Oh, we're back.
Got really dark for a second there.
Yeah, it was a bit dark. Sorry.
I've got another question for you.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do we have a colour scheme in mind yet?
Well, there is a debate happening here.
I reckon it needs to be the retro coffee beige.
Could be. So some say that we have to do the box colors.
Yeah, that's
which
nice
is
too.
which is obviously yeah, good suggestion, but yeah, something.
Well, I guess we should be able to fit any other 12 scale onto this,
That's a
shouldn't we?
good point too. So we could do
So,
a range. We could do
yeah.
the original body in the original colors.
Yes.
And then we could do a BT design paint car with some kind of retro looking colors.
Yep.
That'd be more different.
Stuff like golf colours or something like that.
Could be golf colors, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Or could be a yellow, purple, kind of orange.
Yellow, purple, orange.
Is
That's
it?
pretty colourful, isn't
That's
it?
very colourful in check boxes.
Oh,
You're gonna have to cut the check boxes.
Oh no, I'm not cutting anything.
No.
Martini colours.
Martini. Oh
Yeah.
yes. Oh yes. That's a good point.
Yeah,
We actually received the Lancia Delta Integral in 180 scale last week.
that's your favourite car,
That's
isn't
my
it?
favorite car. So if someone is keen to donate one, know where to.
Yeah, you're talking about a full size one, aren't you?
The full size one, yes. Yes,
They're hard to see around here.
definitely. So, I guess this is the Phantom.
Yeah,
Still no guesses on the car.
it's tricky. It's a tricky
It's
one.
tricky, but it's okay. So we can say that is a brand that is still going.
It is
It's really, really luxury, premium,
super premium.
super mega premium.
Yeah.
So as it was premium at the time,
Hmm.
it's still going as a really premium brand. So definitely have a think. One of the most premium brands you can think of. I think
Yes.
it's gonna get very close.
Hmm.
Very classic.
Very,
Still
very.
very classic.
Yes.
So okay, so let's put this away. Marlin should be coming here soonish to get talk about trains. Meanwhile, should we talk about Martin WELBERG, perhaps?
We can do.
Can start with that, and then Marlon comes in and
Yeah, and talks about the trains.
I found this one.
Since you're holding on to that.
Yes, we finally received stock again of this.
Well,
Super clear.
Hasn't been around for so long that it's
We
really
forgot
hard
the name.
Well, that's it. And also it's hard to recognise now. But if you don't know, this particular one is probably the most popular clear spray ever. So what's so good about it? It's UV cut.
Yes.
So it's got UV inhibitors in the pigment itself. Whole idea is when you spray it on,
Yes.
a lot of clears tend to yellow over time, particularly the older polyurethanes, they go really yellow. And with this particular clear, when you spray it on, even if you've got your model on display close to sunlight, it's never going to yellow. Yeah. So particularly the doll makers. So the ball jointed doll modifiers, makers, they love this stuff because you got very, very light flesh tones on the skin and such. Spray this on and it locks everything together.
There you go.
So that's the flat one, which is the most popular, and you can also get it in
The
gloss.
glossy version.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So
So it's good to have it back.
UV cut. Back
Oh.
in stock.
Oh, what?
Super clear UV cut.
Yes.
Back in stock.
Yes.
So, good.
Yeah, but
Alright.
a whole heap of other colours too.
Definitely. So,
Cool. Oh, look,
Mar-
the Marlon's here.
While you guys are bringing everything together, we've got
Yeah.
a guess so far.
yeah,
guess.
I can see
What's the guess?
Tony's guessing at Rolls Royce.
Sorta, but not sorta. Sorta related at
Yeah.
one stage.
Yes. Yes.
But not rolls. Yeah.
close.
Sorta close.
Sort of close, but not.
Yeah. It's a
Cool.
little bit. Yeah.
Cool. So, Marlon, what have you got for us today? Come in.
I'll hop over and
Yeah, come in, Marlon. You got some magic.
Should we start from the Martin WELBERG
Yes.
and then dive into trains?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this is really exciting. So
This is very exciting.
we've got a bit of stuff here, but this is only a little bit of it. There is so much variety. So Marlon, what is Martin WELBERG?
So Martin WELBERG is a really talented man from the Netherlands
Yes.
who's created this range of scenery products
Yes.
that are already made. So bushes, grasses, shrubs, flowers, and it's not just a small range, but it's really big. Every kind of like season, like through winter, autumn, spring, even like in between seasons.
Yep.
Just different kinds
Flowers.
of plants. Yeah, it's really hard to sort of explain it all.
Yep.
There's an awful lot that he produces.
Well, I think the greatest thing is how realistic it looks, and how random his sets are.
Yes.
Because the whole idea is nature is quite random too, and when you do all your grass, sometimes it just looks too even, right?
Absolutely.
And this stuff has got a self-adhesive on
Backing.
it to help it.
That's
Yeah.
right. I mean, you could use this as just an instant diorama because the backing is all self-adhesive.
Yep.
Or you could use sharp scissors or a scalpel to actually cut segments, or
Yep.
even use tweezers and pull and put onto whatever your scenery base
Yep.
is.
Oh, so little tufts.
Yeah, little tufts.
Yep.
So you could do it like that as well.
Yep.
And then there's these quite large bushes.
Yep.
They're almost like in smaller scales. You could use them like trees.
Yes.
These are like in really nice autumn foliage colors. All different lengths, all different sizes, but yeah, it's an absolutely huge range. There's not really anything quite like it on the market that I'm aware of.
Move here.
No, so I have to say this is the best stuff I've ever seen. So I think we showed this off a little while ago,
That's right.
and I mean it went really well. And when we saw it, we thought this is absolutely fantastic. And so we've got a whole series of it now.
This one's really nice with the flowers.
The
Yeah,
blue
it's got
flower.
little blue flowers.
I wonder how they actually make it because
I don't know
it's very
what-
detailed and
whatever he does.
specifically when you have these blue flowers, you wonder how they are applied.
And it's all synthetic materials, apparently,
Wow.
all of it.
Well, I guess the beauty is you just need to get a few different packs. Even these uniform ones, you just get a few different packs, and you mix between them to get some variation within the landscapes. So you can see just here with these smaller packs how many different colours there are. There's a lot more than this. And then you've got your flower type bloom ones, and then you get your furry ones. So you get your super furry one there with the shrubs.
Yeah, big bushes there.
Give
Yeah.
me to
Yep.
get it standing there for a second. Focus maybe.
There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Yeah, it looks good with the light hitting on an angle, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that's right. So you can actually see the depth of it. So you can see this one. This one's actually really chunky in the center. It's really thick.
It's got quite tall bushes there. There's a lot of
Yeah.
three-dimensional depth to it.
Oh, I think they're fantastic. I really like them.
So we have This is probably 10% of what we receive. Really got a
Oh,
huge
yeah.
selection, different color, shapes, bushes. I've got some more here actually. There's bushes here.
And these little bushes particularly impress me.
This is quite nice actually. It's quite long, quite tall, and with some kind of lila kind of flowers really. Or
Hmm.
Really sturdy as well. It looks
Yes.
delicate, but it
it's
holds
actually quite
together really
resilient.
well.
Right.
And you just pull them off and put them on your layout, and then you can trim them, customize them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like this. I mean,
So,
this,
yeah. Model railways, dioramas,
Yes.
perfect for anything like
Anything
that.
really.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
you
Definitely.
should see some of the the layout that he's working on at the moment. I mean, it just looks fantastic.
And we can put them around something like this.
Oh,
That's
look at
right.
that.
Have you seen this?
I have seen this. This is our creation. This
That's
is
our creation. Yes.
So this is to spec, like following. I'll put it closer to the camera. Victorian Railways buffer stop.
Absolutely.
So I guess at the end of every branch line they would have had something like this.
That's right. So we found the original drawings. So Warwick found the original drawings, and with David, the design.
Chunky,
This,
chunky poles, aren't they?
This one, yeah.
They're like whole tree stumps.
That's right.
Makes you wonder how deep they went into the ground.
Well, I guess they wanted to make sure that train didn't move any further.
Would this thing work well with the new Ixion J-class locomotive?
I think that would be a perfect match for
Yes.
it. I think it would be what they would call prototypically correct.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
good.
That was my question. So, for those that are interested in model railways, the Ixion brand is releasing a J-class, which is a very iconic steam locomotive. Is that correct?
That was the last steam locomotive built for Victorian Railways
Yes.
in the 1950s, and
Yes.
that was at the same time that the very first mainline diesels were being delivered as well.
Wow.
So
Right.
they had a relatively short lifespan
Yeah.
because of that, and the very last one to be actively used on Victorian Railways was, I think, 1972 or 71.
Right.
Oh.
Okay.
So right at the very end.
So they've got one of these, actually it's a series, different numbering of these locomotive coming very soon, isn't it? Should
Yes, I believe mid this year. I
Mid
don't
this
have
year.
an exact date, but
Yeah.
I've been told that there's a very good chance we'll see them in June.
be perfect. So
Yeah.
we actually have a video on our YouTube channel of the prototype that we did, that we had a chance of looking at probably the year before actually, maybe 2 years ago now. So if you jump on our YouTube channel and search for Ixion, you can find the video of the prototype. It's very detailed actually.
Yeah, it was
It's
nice.
really good.
I had a
So-
chance to see some pre-production prototypes last week,
Yes.
and they look really good.
Wow.
So I'm
Okay, you're
definitely
very
gonna
lucky.
definitely going to be getting one of those for myself. No doubt
Brilliant.
about it.
Brilliant. Very good. Cool. So let's pack this stuff, and we're gonna look at some trains actually. Small demonstration.
As you guys are doing that, our
Yeah.
resident fan from Canada is back, Keenan, who's always intrigued about trains, so just in
Oh,
time.
excellent.
Just in time. Well done.
Good stuff.
Okay. So let me grab this one. All right.
All right, better get the. You got the ball? Oh, here we go.
Lion.
All right. Have we got any more guesses for this one?
No.
Not yet?
No. Too
Oh,
far.
did I?
Oh, that's okay. We can always rebuild. We have the technology.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
You have the
all right.
technology. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, I can
Alright.
see the technology here. All right. I think I fixed it.
So,
Do you
anyone
think
got
it's gonna
any
electrocute the computer?
guesses for that?
Probably not,
Okay.
because
Good.
it wouldn't be more than 12 volts. Maybe it'll help charge your battery faster.
Okay. Perfect. Cool. That's okay.
All right. So, and this is on level ground-ish, level-ish ground.
Here we go.
Sort of.
Oh,
That's
broken
okay.
technology again.
Would it be okay if we move this fine automobile slightly out of the way?
Yes.
Just,
There you go.
There we
So
go.
I think
reverse
we have
it.
a guess.
Got a guess?
Oh, do it.
We do have 2 guesses on the car so far.
Yes. Okay.
First one, Tony guessed, is it a Bentley?
Yes. Yes.
And the other one was pretty spot on, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
How
How spot on are we talking about?
Is this okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
We have Anmol on Facebook who said, is it a Bentley 3L?
Street
the one-
version 1924
Mhm.
with a Bentley 3 liter. It won a 24-hour Le Mans in 1924 and 1927. I think you are very correct.
That's pretty good,
Very
isn't it?
specific.
I think it's very correct. We have 4 different versions of this car in store, and definitely one was saying that it won Le Mans. So
Wow.
yes, we're gonna have a good look in a minute. So
I
Okay.
think that was the one that had the big supercharger at the front of the
Yes.
front of the car.
Yes.
Very iconic. So we're going to talk today about some BACHMANN Branchline locomotives in
Cool.
00 gauge.
Cool.
These were some unusual ones that I don't think we touched on in the past, but they're DMUs. So a DMU is a diesel multiple unit,
Right.
basically a rail car. So like very similar to what V-Line uses with that, like their
okay,
sprinter cars.
Yep, yep.
So this is a 117, well these are 121 class, but we have a few different ones in stock.
Yep.
108 and 117.
Yep.
We also have them in big packs like this, where you get 3 units in one.
Right.
And we have them now with sound and DCC equipped, which is
Right.
really cool
Fantastic.
because how they fit that in such a small package, we'll have
Definitely.
to have a look at.
Wow.
But I'll just I'll put this over to the
So
to the side.
BACHMANN
Yep.
and also Home, we're starting producing more and more sound equipped kind of locomotives, which is great because they're putting sound into a locomotive is a quite difficult job. Essentially, you need to feed all the speakers and all that, so there's quite a bit of work
Yeah,
involved.
it's pretty fiddly.
Well, one thing that's interesting about these is, and we'll put it up here so
Yeah.
you can see more detail. There is a great amount of detail on these. Might not be so easy to see with the camera, but it's really, the frame of the locomotive is really shallow, as in like you could probably put figures in the seats
That's right.
because they haven't crammed that space up with mechanism.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really open.
And the underneath detail, on the undercarriage detail is really nice as well. You've got the
Yeah, that's impressive.
you
Isn't
know,
it?
all of the air compressors and fuel tank and piping, and it's just super detailed. There's an awful lot going on there. So they use these from the late 50s onwards in the UK because these are British Rail, and they were designed to replace steam locomotives, steam engines on branch lines where it wasn't really economical to run like a full traditional train.
Yeah.
Yep.
So smaller passenger numbers, and this is what they would use on
Right.
that. So we'll put this on the track and
Yep.
fire it up.
And make it happen.
So let's get this programmed on here first. That's the hard part, getting on the tracks.
It's
Done.
all good.
Okay.
Program it in, and then we'll fire it up.
Oh, he's on.
Sounds a bit like a diesel truck.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, he's idling.
No, definitely idling. We got your
Oh.
2 different tones for your horn. One thing that I thought was really nice about this was that the cabin is lit as well,
Oh.
Wow.
and it
That's a bit hard to see from the top, isn't
Yes.
the light comes on really gradually. Like it's not just on off harsh. It actually dims in and dims out.
it? Right.
So if you were to put detail on the interior, you'd be able to see it really nicely with that.
It's pretty even lighting.
And they must have an LED strip
That's
throughout
super
the whole
chill.
length.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can see that from there.
No,
probably not.
But yeah, it looks good.
Oh, let's say we head one direction or the other.
Sure. Oh, off it goes.
And also surprisingly loud.
Yeah.
There's a very good sound in it.
Yeah, we've got nice momentum braking,
Yeah.
so hands off the throttle and it will
Oh, it's
slowly,
going.
gently come to the stop. And we'll go the other way.
Oh.
So I had to look at the sheet that shows you all of the different sound functions. There's like 25 different sound functions for this locomotive,
Really?
which is a crazy amount.
Oh, off it goes. It's great how the sound is just so synchronized to the movement. Oh,
Hit the emergency
Emergency
stop.
stop.
We're gonna do it in time.
it's nice.
Yep, shut it down.
Oh,
That's it.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
So we have a few different variations that I've seen. So these early ones were what BR first used in the late 50s. They
Yeah.
called this the speed whisker scheme. So these safety stripes, they called them. They adopted that nickname.
all right.
And then we have the later models, which was in the I think it was the late 60s. They adopted this scheme, the blue gray with the yellow ends for safety. And they
Right.
used these clear up until the late 1990s, to my knowledge.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So yeah, if you just want a small little branch line passenger scene or a commuter scene, that's a really good option.
Really nice.
Definitely. Beautiful.
Yeah.
I really like this new sound option. Really, it just adds a complete new level of detail.
Well,
It's
somehow
done really well, isn't it?
they managed to fit the speaker right there. And that,
Oh, right.
and that really, and that they have holes for the enclosure as well, so the sound can, see if it focuses. There we go. So the sound can travel out, and it's nice and balanced, and
Well, the sound was really clear. There wasn't any distortion.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And very loud too, actually.
yeah. So yeah, you can get those as an individual unit or as a multiple of 3, and then you get more
Okay,
sound.
definitely.
Yeah.
That's fine.
There we go.
Cool.
Very good. Awesome.
That's nice.
Okay. Let's see if you have any question on trains. I think Kina was suggesting that BACHMANN took note from Rapido about the underframe drives. Not really sure about, not familiar with this, but
I'm not too familiar with Rapido's underframe drives, but BACHMANN did a pretty good job, even if their inspiration might have come from
that's right.
from other products.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah.
BACHMANN and Hornby are lifting the game, and they're probably setting themselves as the leader in the market, and keep pushing the level of detail, the quality, and now obviously DCC and sound. Definitely great.
Great. I'm just looking forward to seeing what else they have to show us later this year.
Yeah, there's quite a bit I think coming.
Yeah.
BACHMANN deliveries have been very consistent, so we get a box or 2 every couple of weeks.
Keeps you busy, isn't it?
It does.
Mine is having fun to sort out the
Yep.
boxes.
This is good because it's like opening Christmas presents
Absolutely.
every couple of months. Like, ooh, what's in the box?
Definitely.
Good fun.
Fantastic. Very good.
All right. Well, thanks everybody.
All
Thank
right.
you, Marlon.
Thanks for showing.
So let's bring these trains back, and I'll put these away. Oh, good.
All right, so let's put this little thing here.
While you guys are cleaning up, we
Yes.
had a bit of a guess on the Gatcha Balls. Someone
So,
asked, is it a...
Brett, Marty's suggesting it could be a unicorn. That would be a good series, actually.
A unicorn.
A unicorn.
I'll be surprised if a unicorn comes out of this one.
Brett is asking what's in a green ball. Brett, you have to guess it.
Yeah, so it could be one of these 4. So it could be the hippo.
Yes.
It could be the chameleon, the lion,
The lion.
or the rabbit.
Yes.
Yep.
So it's interesting. So let's keep guessing.
Yep.
And
and we'll
I think
crack
we
this
should
open
have
at the end, eh?
I think so. We'll
Yep.
be very soon. So we should have a good look at this car meanwhile. So this arrived just this week, actually.
So Bentley 3L.
3 liters, yeah. So this is from TECNOMODEL. It's another Italian manufacturer. And is a racing model again. So very, very detailed.
Yep.
And they have a range, I think there's 4 different ones. With different colors, and also with the how do you call it, canopy, or the roof,
Like the soft top.
the soft top up or down.
Oh, okay. Yep.
So there's a few different options there.
Well, they're very low production, aren't they?
Very low
this
production.
is only 70 worldwide.
Yes,
So you get a good look of the
spot wheels.
the profile there. You see the finish on the bodywork is so shiny. It's really nice paintwork.
Definitely.
Interesting in these early design cars, I mean, they don't have any complicated shapes. You've got the fenders. Well, the fender's quite interesting how it's one piece design.
Yes.
Follows all the way through. And you've got those the knockoff wheel nuts. Look at the front end.
We're talking 1920s, so
Yes.
even the manufacturing technology was a lot more basic.
Yes. I wonder if you can see the grille. The grille is really impressive because that's really fine mesh. It's probably photo etched. And you can see the really fine detail over the headlights as well. Even got the crank on the front for starting up the motor. And the crank just over here. And the interior is pretty impressive too.
Definitely.
I mean, you look at it like
The
this.
seats and all the wood grain. Is that it?
Yeah. So obviously a very old
dashboard.
car. The inside's pretty basic, but this is the dash. Well, they're very nice silver bezeled dials there. It's really nice.
And here, I think I have one with a roof.
Where's the roof?
I think. Let's see if it's the case. Is it? Yes.
It is.
Bingo. There we go. That's green and with a roof.
Okay, let's take these bits out.
And
Oh, it's got the racing number on it. It's in a British
pro-
Racing Green.
this is probably the winner. So this is 1924 Le Mans winner. Okay, so here it is.
How good's that? So it's just still got the strap on for safety and transportation.
Yeah.
Yep. So got the big number 8.
Wow.
Probably get a better idea of the detail on the grills there. If we can get that to focus. Bingo. You see how nice around the 8 it is? Just all painted around the grill. Big 8 there. Again, it's got a really nice shiny paintwork. Traditional British racing green. And then obviously it's got the canopy up.
That's right.
Imagine racing that with the canopy up.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Interesting. I wonder what top speed they could actually reach with these cars. That'd be interesting to see if anyone knows what's the top speed of.
Pretty quick, I would think.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't guess what.
180, would it?
Couple of 100Ks. Wow, that must have
I
been
think
quite
so.
shaky at 180 in here.
Oh, you've seen those modern ones they drive around
With
the
the
tracks?
goggles.
Oh, the skinny bicycle tyres.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's true. Bicycle tires. Yes.
Yeah.
You're right. So
No, they're really brave, those guys.
definitely. So let's keep this at the front here. Should we put it back in?
Oh, either way. I'll leave it up there.
Leave it here.
Yeah.
I will say myself, I do like the leather, how realistic it looks.
Yes, definitely. Okay, we'll park this one on the side. Okay,
Yeah.
very good. So, I think we've got a bit of an experiment. So we're going to talk briefly about some RC stuff.
Yes.
And in particular, we've got some RC car tires. We're going to do an experiment of cutting one in half so we can show you what's inside.
Well, I guess a lot of people wouldn't really know how, I guess, technological and complicated that racing tyres are.
Yes.
I mean, the early tyres weren't so complicated.
That's right.
I mean, the Tamiya days in the 80s, I just used to call all the tyres
Yeah.
semi-pneumatic, which meant it's sort of pumped up, which
Yes,
means
sort of.
it's just the air that's in it, right?
Yeah.
So it's just rubber
Yes.
and the air that's in it, and then on a wheel.
Yes,
But now it's much more complicated.
definitely.
Hmm.
There's essentially three components to the wheel. So you got
Yep.
obviously the wheel, plastic wheel, white normally.
Yep.
It can be spoked,
Yep.
or full, normally full for touring car.
Yep.
And then you have the rubber
Yep.
crackers and
Yep.
the inserts, which represent the
Tire pressure.
The tire pressure.
Yeah.
And that's where it's a very important tuning factor because the size and the thickness and the consistency of the insert
Yes.
can make the tire very, very differently.
That's right.
So we have some sweeps here, which we just received again. It's probably one of the most performing wheels in the market.
Yep.
And this one here, and you're gonna cut it.
Yep. So, I mean, tyres are a very important part. I think if you don't have the right tyres for a particular track,
Yes.
it doesn't matter how much you change on the car itself,
That's
it's
right.
not going to make up for that lack of
That's
traction.
right. So let's see if we can do this.
It's going to do the chop chop. All right, so we're going to have a look in the inside.
So if you hear the noise, is actually the Kevlar of that is glued to the tire that is actually tearing apart.
Yes.
Like cutting a cake.
Like cutting a cake. Oh, if a cake looked like this, I don't know if I want to eat it. But then again, if I was really hungry, I'll still get into it.
Absolutely. So we've done that. Half is done well.
Yep.
There we go.
Yeah, it's tough. Well, they've got to be tough for a reason because these particular tyres are designed to handle very, very high stresses because the cars can be travelling down a straight anywhere up to 100 kilometres an hour. Most of the time, it'll be slower than that, but you've got G-forces involved as well. And then because of that, so the materials of the wheels have improved over time. They're generally quite a bit more flexible these days. But I mean, the material of the wheel also helps with the handling.
That's
So
right.
a soft wheel is going to give you more traction, but less, I guess, directional stability because it's flexing a lot. And then a stiffer wheel is going to give you more stability, but it's going to be harder to drive. So these particular wheels are probably an in-between. They're tough,
Definitely.
so they're not going to shatter like some wheels. They've got a bit of give to them.
Let's see. I think we are almost through.
Yep, you're almost there.
Yeah. Let's see. It's gonna be
Trying
the
to crack
middle
it.
bit. That's gonna be difficult here. I don't think we're gonna crack open the middle part.
No?
Are we?
I'll give it a go.
You give it a go.
Yeah, I'll give it a
Alright.
go.
So here we have a wheel that exploded actually, and I think Brett exploded this one, and
Yeah, where was he driving it?
I think on the street actually. At it's illegal driving on a street at some kind of 100 kilometers an hour on a Mini, and as you can see here, you have your insert, and you can probably see this part here, which is actually the Kevlar that is actually stuck to the rubber, and that's preventing the tire from ballooning and exploding perhaps too. So that's quite important. And the width of the Kevlar on the tires would produce different results on how the tires are going to perform. The carcasses, as you can see, can be flat or be more round, so will sit differently on the road. So quite a few different aspects. The shoulder or the side wall is also quite important, because that's where you're going to glue the tire to the rim here. So if you know that's an important aspect of all this.
There we go, we have an admission from Brett.
Yeah, so Brett admitted that he was testing his Mini on 3S, I think.
Really?
Up and down is straight. At 9 PM at night, I would add. And this happened. So after this, he decided to go for some foam tires, which did really well from memory.
They did. Yeah, for a while.
And then eventually they exploded too. So it looks like BJ's made it.
Oh, we're getting there. So that gives you an idea of how tough the wheel is. But
so I don't think I'm going to race these wheels again.
There you go. That gives you a good idea.
All right. So that's where we wanted to get to. So that's a really good cross section actually. So as you can see, it's all made to fit in perfectly. So that's your insert that is kind of meeting with the tire perfectly.
So the pink bit?
The pink bit is the insert.
Yes.
And then obviously you've got the black.
Oh, the bead of the tire?
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get close enough here.
Probably be able to take it a bit higher, I think.
Let's go see. Well,
yep.
Here we go. So as you can see, it's all fitting in perfectly, because that's where you're going to put a glue in that corner there.
Yep.
And that's really important, because it must be able to hold some crazy stress.
Yeah, that's right.
And here's what I like to show. So you got inserts. This is pink, and that is different type of inserts, which will have different slightly different dimensions.
Yes.
And the gap between the insert and the tire here is what's going to make the difference.
Yep. So
and larger or smaller gaps will produce very different traction, and will perhaps get the tire to warm up faster or slower.
Yes.
And so that's a tuning factor. So we have these tires normally with a couple of different inserts that's suited to different tracks and different applications.
Yep.
Also, a firmer insert prevent the tires from bending during cornering, which is this kind of
deforming like this.
Deforming like this.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can see on the camera, but deforming, which if you have high traction is very important, because there is a risk of tearing the wheel apart or the rubber apart.
Yes.
All these are belted, as I was saying before, with Kevlar. So this Kevlar, there's a belted Kevlar that goes all around.
Yeah, just on the inside.
On the inside.
A bit like belted on a real car tire. So it stops the tire from expanding fully.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so that's how a touring car tire is made.
Actually, I can't say I've chopped one like this. It's quite interesting. It's really easy to understand what's going on there.
That's right. I had this in mind for a while actually. That would have been good to see. I've never seen it myself how it's made inside like this. I mean, you can guess it.
Yes.
But
when you squeeze it, you get a better idea of you know,
Yeah.
when it's going across driving surfaces, what's happening inside.
So when you're cornering, everything will move on one side and the other.
Yes.
So you can imagine the amount of stress that will go in. See, like this. And then, as you see, this one has been used and re-glued a few times. So when you race, eventually it can come a little bit unglue, lift a little bit. So after every race, my suggestion is to put a little bit of glue around to prevent this from coming unglued and rolling even.
Yeah.
As you can see, this one, it's coming a little bit unglued here. This has had a few battles when I drive. Every now and then
You have a battle, do you?
I have a battle with the fence.
Right.
And this happens.
Right.
But so it's always important, like with everything when you play with remote control cars, to maintain it and to check it. So before you go racing again, just give it a good check. So you see if if you need to put a bit of glue. If you see on the inside is perfect actually, because obviously you don't have any impact.
No, that's right. Yeah.
And so it's in good nick. So these are made by SWEEP. There's a few different manufacturers obviously producing these tires, and slightly different application. This is SWEEP. Latest SWEEP is EXX compound.
Yeah. That's good. It's really informative.
Definitely.
we had a comment from Keenan saying that they really liked how you were using the Atlas knife to cut those.
Oh,
Yes.
you recognise that?
Yeah.
Ah, that's a classic
And you'll
knife.
see here too, it has train department written on it
So-
because we pinched it from Marlon. He doesn't know yet.
No, this is actually John's knife. And we need to thank John for actually letting us use his knife.
Yes.
Yes. So that's a bit of history on this one.
I don't even know how old these things would be. This design would go back a long time.
Definitely. They're still for sale actually.
But, yep, and they work really well.
And originally were designed for cutting railway track.
Yes.
It's a very fine tooth. You just cut it as straight as you can to make it really as square as you can. So
Yeah, it's cool.
very good.
It's good for cutting wheels and tyres.
All right, so this is for touring car wheels today.
Good.
Good. Let's park this one. What else do we have here? We have this little RC car that we received a couple of weeks ago and sold literally straight away.
It's like a mini rock crawler.
A mini rock crawler.
Yep.
And I know that Tom and Brett are really, really excited about this. Yeah, so Brett is actually suggesting that the current Sweep are some of the most competitive tires actually in the market.
Yep.
So definitely, so this Sweep here, that's probably what you're going to use if you go racing in Templestowe or Baronia.
Mm-hmm.
So back to the 1/18 scale crawler. Have you seen it?
I don't think I've seen this one.
I don't think so
I'm
either.
looking
'cause
forward to cracking it open.
definitely, it came in one day. I wasn't here, and it was gone by the next day. So, okay, so let's have a look.
I mean, it'll make sense because not everyone's got room for these.
Definitely,
And with the size, you can even make yourself a little track at home and drive around at home.
absolutely. So,
Oh, look at the scale.
wow,
It's got all the scale details on it.
definitely. Let's park this one.
Yep. And a little radio in there.
So, it's actually the same scale of the diecast cars that we have.
Oh, it's 1/18.
Yes.
Oh. So you can put it together with your 1/18 scale car collection
Yes,
and then just drive it off.
that's right. So, 4x4 obviously, rock crawler, so we'll have lock differentials.
Yep. It's got a working suspension. The bottom of it looks quite impressive.
Definitely. It's got a snorkel here.
Oh, yep.
Let's jump on the top
Nice
camera.
snorkel. So there you go. Got a nice snorkel. So all the scale details here. You got your luggage racks. You got your yellow tinted lights.
This,
Or your big bull bar. And then when you get to the bottom of it, it's still got this very scale look about it. So you got your floor pan there, and then you've got your struts here for your diffs front and rear. Got a servo just at the front end.
Yeah.
A little tiny servo. A steering rod.
it's full bearings actually as well.
Yeah.
You can see the bearings there.
Yep. Full
So-
ball bearings.
Very well finished actually. And it's got your spare wheels, so the details on the body are also really, really good.
Yeah.
Got your spare wheels, got the leather, roof rack, interior details too actually, got seats.
Yep. Yeah. Interior. Nice.
So this comes obviously ready to run. So you get your controller, your battery, your charger,
Yep.
and is from memory about $200 or $210. So really, really convenient. And Brett is suggesting they comes even with some tools. Wow. Let's grab the
Because of
rest.
tools.
Let's grab the rest so we can actually check it out. So you got your.
Oh, so you got a bag full of stuff there.
That's a huge controller actually. That's a controller.
Yep.
It is. That's huge.
It's a matching colour.
Matching color, yeah, absolutely. And here there's a small packet that includes your USB charger here,
Yep.
the little battery,
Yep.
and the wheel branch.
Oh yeah.
Really convenient. So it's
Or
also
ready to run.
all ready to run. Really easy to transport, as you can see. It's in here.
And there's a little motor under there.
Brett's saying apparently you can open the bonnet.
You can open the bonnet.
Yes, actually, look at that.
No.
This is peel off. It says.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to peel it off. I don't know if I'm dexterous enough for that.
Well, we have a nice.
You got the technology?
We have the technology. Let's see if we can. Is that the bonnet challenge?
The bonnet challenge. Alright, let's give it a little bit of a...
Alright, so there's 2 lipos, so one is on board by the look of it. Brett suggested, thank you for the suggestion. And so 2 lipos, one is on board already, one is in the box.
Oh,
Here we
that's
go.
off.
Alright, so you should be able to open now. There we go.
Oh, look at that.
Here it is. Wow. Ah, here's where the battery goes.
It's got an engine bay. Oh, yeah.
That's perfect.
Battery right there. That's pretty clever, isn't it? No, I would never have thought of that. And they've got the brain board in there, which actually looks like an engine.
Yes, and on and off switch, isn't it? Will be in there.
Is it?
And
And the servo's just sitting there. You can see.
That's
Oh, there's the
brilliant.
on-off switch. Yes.
This is brilliant.
Oh, it looks good, doesn't it?
So that's a fantastic little crawler, actually.
Full of surprises.
Definitely.
Oh, I like that. Look at that.
Look at that. Very realistic and very functional. Again, I'm sure the cat would love it.
The cat would love it. Whose cat? My
Yours.
cat?
Your cat.
Oh, I don't know if my cat will. I don't know. Maybe. He'll love it or hate it.
Either or.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty. So I think we're almost
Nice.
towards the end here. It's 3 p.m. So it's at 3 p.m. we need to crack this open.
Oh, 3 p.m. we're going to
I
crack.
think
Alright,
so.
have we got any more guesses?
There's no. That's
So-
it.
so what
Last
did-
few guesses? I think we have a lion, hippo,
Hippo?
unicorn.
Oh, the unicorn, yeah, right.
I can't recall any
So
others.
what was it? Tony said the lion, yeah?
Tony said a lion.
Yep.
Brett said a hippo,
A hippo.
I said a hippo.
Alright,
and I think Marty said it was the unicorn.
Unicorn.
alright.
The
Alright.
unicorn, low chances. So Brad is keen on his hippo.
You want to crack it?
Yeah, let's do
Let's
it.
crack it. Alright.
We've got.
So
we've got
these-
Stop
the-
camera. Yes.
Alright, so these have got the little perforations in it, so they're easy to tear. Alright, scrub down here. Alright, so that's off. Oh, we're opening them up.
Whoa, lots of stuff in here.
Oh, I think we found a winner.
Ah, yes. Oh. Oh dear.
Here's the lion. Look. Alright, so Tony's the winner, yeah?
Tony is the winner.
So you see, you got the lion, just sitting in there. And then over here, we've got the toilet seat. And then inside this little bag here would be the toilet paper. You need toilet paper because it's COVID-19. And then you've got the little wall there and the base for the toilet. So the whole idea
Yeah.
is you can get these and you put them all together.
Yes.
And you've got a whole cubicle set. So yeah. Alright, so I think we're going to have to set him up and
Yes.
oh, this lion's really squeezing.
Yeah, it's concentrating.
Yeah, he's pushing really hard. Alright. Yeah, it's good. Actually, you can see the
There's a
toilet
toilet
paper
paper.
there. There must be something else in here then. Oh, we'll find out soon enough. Yeah, cool. Alright.
Very good.
Nice.
So,
That was good.
what else have we got? That's it.
Is it? Let's have a look
I
around.
think we forgot these little ones actually here. I've just seen.
Oh, yeah. So we've got these, well, they're a similar sort of thing. So they're not a Gatchapon because they're not a ball, but they're individual packeted toys. So these particular ones are the Evangelion ones.
Yep.
And so you can get the frame, and then you can get the, so you got the frame there, and then you can get the packet with the armor,
Moment.
and
Yeah.
then there's the weapons.
Yes.
So there's a 3-set pack, and you can sort of customize the frame and the armor the
As
way you like.
As you can see, as you put the two together, see they make this symbol.
Ah.
We just discovered before with Warwick and Nathan that in the different colors, they've got different
Oh.
color symbols, and you put them together, and you know you got the right
That makes sense.
the right match.
That's right.
So here's your frame.
Yep.
And here's your armament.
Excellent.
So you must buy this in a set, obviously.
Oh, you buy? Oh, I don't know.
What
Don't
can you
know
do
what
with
the
the
go is.
armament and our frame?
Oh, I guess you do a bit of Warwick kit bashing.
Ah,
Put it
that's
onto
it.
Daisy or something like that.
Yeah, Daisy will do something like this.
Yep.
That's Daisy baby,
Yep.
is it? And here we go.
Yeah, it's cool. Something to be different.
Oh,
Love anything Evangelion.
You love Evangelion? Yeah.
yeah, it's, Matt is already asking to put this aside for him.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, nice. Seen quite a few different things.
Yes,
So I'm thinking next week's going to have quite a few different things as well.
there's lots of stuff arriving.
Yes.
What do we have arriving next week? Perhaps some Tamiya actually. Surprise, surprise.
Hmm.
But Tamiya's getting closer. It's been unpacked.
Yep.
It's a lengthy process because there's lots of Tino paints apparently.
Yes.
So it's taking some time, but should come hopefully next week.
Been waiting for a lot of Tamiya.
We have a large delivery from Japan.
Yes.
It's slightly delayed.
Yes. So there's bits and pieces.
Yes.
So not too sure if it'll end up next week.
Go the week after.
It'll be this month sometime.
Definitely. So lots of stuff arriving. So that's
Yes.
pretty good. Excellent. So
All right.
if there's no more questions, let's see. Give us a second for any questions,
Mm-hmm.
and then otherwise we can go towards the weekend.
Yes.
What plans do you have for the weekend?
Weekend. I'm here tomorrow.
Are you here tomorrow?
Yeah,
That's your plan.
yeah, that's my
Fantastic.
plan.
Great. Good.
Yes.
All right. So if you're around in the city tomorrow, you can pop in and see BJ here.
That's it.
Very good.
All right.
All right then.
Okay.
So again, thank you everyone for joining us today.
That's right.
It's been our usual hour-long live, and we're going to join back again next Friday, 2
That's
p.m.
right.
again.
Yep. So
And yes,
I was just going to say thanks for joining us from all around the world.
absolutely.
Because,
Actually,
yeah, we've got viewers from all around the world.
Definitely.
They're catching up with us live, and even when we're just streaming off our YouTube channel, so
That's
catching
right.
up at a later
So-
time.
again, we've got video coming out every day.
Yes.
Actually, what I remember, I think someone was asking about a video you made recently
Yep.
that you forgot about the instructions.
I did. I forgot. So that was the what was it? That was the plane, the RC, the V2
oh, the
trainer.
FMS. You
Yes.
forgot.
So,
Okay.
so I pulled out the manual as I normally do. I put it on the side. I said, "I'll look at this later," and went
And
through it all,
forgot.
and I didn't. So yeah,
Anyway,
So
that's
sorry.
quite self-explanatory.
yes,
So
it's
should,
pretty
should
simple.
be okay. But yes, if you have a question, just drop a message.
Yep.
And we should see everyone.
Hmm.
So say hi to Brad. Brad is home for this couple of days, having a bit of rest, and thank you for joining us. We shall see you Monday again, Brad. And Keenan, thank you for watching us from Canada.
Yes.
Everyone, have a good weekend.
See you later.
Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye.